Hi and welcome back. So the first thing I want to do is comment this out and uncomment this. We'll take a look at functions later on, but for now you just need to know I have declared a function called add, and the only thing that this function does is it adds these two numbers. Okay, so let's say maybe that's 10 and that's 15. So unlike with variables, if you call a variable that is declared below, it will tell you that that variable is undefined. But let's see what happens if we call this function before its declaration. So this is the declaration. Let's call the function here. So this is how to call a function, a named function in JavaScript. So I will run this and it will give us the result of 10 plus 15. So if I run this, it gives us 25. So that is the first part of this. Now I want to do an experiment. Let's say in a function you can also have variables in here that will be added in here. So we'll take a look at functions later on, but I just want to see what's going to happen. Let's say I call this num1 and this num2, and then I come here and I say use num1 and use num2, and then let me just copy these two because I don't want to type. Then I will paste them in there. I will change that with a plus. So basically what this function does is it adds two numbers, and the two numbers it adds is num1 and num2. So, and it alerts the result of num1 plus num2. And we have declared num1 and num2 outside of this function. So let's see what happens if we try to run this, because this is a declaration of these variables way before they're being used. So they're being used up here. Let's see, because we know that this should become undefined and this should also become undefined. So let's see if this is going to give us undefined as well. So if I run this, it gives us not a number. So what not a number means is basically it tried to add a value of undefined and a value of undefined. So in the other video, we saw that once we ran this for the first time, these variables got stored in the memory. So let's see if we run it again, that will be true of this. And it still gives us not a number. So let's say that I take these two and I put them in here and I try to run it. It still gives us not a number. What if we take this and we declare them before we use them? So function add num1, num2, and then if we run, it gives us 15. So you see, the thing is, it's always good to declare the variables before you use them. So declare the variables before you use them. So the only thing about hoisting is that it will help prevent any crashes in your system. If you're using JavaScript for building something, the only useful value of hoisting is that it will prevent your application from crashing altogether. But there's no other benefit to it. So always make sure you declare the variables first and then you use the variable in all instances. If it is going to be a global variable that you're going to use somewhere else, just put them at the top. And you can also declare your variables in one line, just like that. So always declare your variables at the very top before you use them. If it is a block-based kind of variable, you want to use it within a function, declare it within that function and use it then. So I hope you've understood that variable hosting is there, but it's always best to declare your variables before you call them. So I will see you in the next video.